Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Want to get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers. Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. A hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers. Welcome to the Dynamic Learning Hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. A hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Right. So I hope you can hear my voice. Right. So good evening and warm welcome to everyone for the session on generative AI and agentic AI. So this is day 4. Yesterday at last we were actually discussing about the prompt engineering technique. So let us continue from there. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can just post it in the chat, like you guys do each day. So you can just post it if you have anything. Okay. So I'm just starting the session. All right. Okay. So I think you can see my screen. Fine. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Right. So let us start with the best practices, what we can do with the prompt engineering. And today also, we will see some prompts as well, particularly for text generation as well as image generation as well. So for image generation, we will today let us use DALI inside ChatGPT and DALI separately also, and let us also use Sora as well. So let us try also some of the prompts where we can try and understand that how differently the images can be framed, or how images can actually be delivered or created using the models what these three applications are having. And a few good prompts. Let us let us use a few good prompts also to understand that how an image can be generated and how we have to give a prompt. So a few things, let us try and explore a few things today, right, on that practical aspect. So let us see a bit of theory. Just want to explain a few things. So why prompt engineering matters? So why the concept of prompt engineering, or how to give a prompt properly, or how a prompt can actually give a particular output which we are actually looking for. So how to get this, that is very important. So for example, the LLM models, or you can say the transformer models like the ChatGPT, are very powerful, but how well they perform depends on how you talk to them. So we have already discussed on this, right? So because they are conversational tools. So prompt engineering is also about crafting your instructions in a way that model understands clearly and delivers what you want consistently and efficiently. So it is very important that the prompt will be very clear. So it should not have any grammatical problems, or the framing should not be out of focus, so that the model doesn't understand and it gives you something which you feel that which is what which is completely different from what you are actually looking for. So it is very important in that perspective to give the prompt in a very efficient and a consistent manner. So what are the key practices for giving a good prompt, or we can say very clear prompt? Is first point is use clear unambiguous language. So it is very important that unambiguously don't give anything like that. So for example, like write something about marketing. So this is a vague sentence, right? So it is not, you're not giving something on a clear note, right? You're not asking for a particular concept, right, clearly. So you should not give like this vague prompts, right? So you should avoid these kinds of prompts. So instead we can write like this. So write a 3-paragraph blog post introducing digital marketing to college students. So now it will keep in mind that the students are college students, and it will give a 3-paragraph, if you want 3-paragraph, 2-paragraph, or an article, right? So it will create in that particular format as well. So it is, it should be very clear in that particular aspect that what exactly you want as an output. So specific role, task, context, and output. So here you have to frame, right, particular prompts like instructions to a colleague. For example, like act as a resume expert. Your task is to review a resume and give feedback on clarity, tone, and structure. So output, you will get like a bulletin points. So here you're saying the model to act as a resume expert and give the feedback on your resume, or create a particular resume in a particular format. So you have to clearly specify what exactly the model, or exactly the model has to do actually in that particular format. So use delimiters for clarity. So it's not delimiters indicates not only just quotes, but also commas, full stops, right? So in a very clear manner, right? So that is very important to understand for the model. So refine iteratively. So start with simple. If the output isn't right, then rephrase on that. So first of all, write a lesson plan on a particular topic, and then if give a particular aspect. If you don't get the desired output, you can plan accordingly. So what happens is, if you are giving a certain question, or a certain thing you're asking the the model, what it will do is that you're framing in a different way to understand that you don't want this kind of output. So you're looking for something else which is in a different way, right? So it will change the way it is actually giving you the output. So that is very important to make the model understand what exactly you want or what you are exactly looking for. So, let us see some of the examples also, right? So it is very important if you, for example, like, building a resume, right? Or you want to create an article, right? You want to write something or a research paper, you want to write something on a particular thing, you're looking for some content, right? So it is very important that you ask it to create a certain template. Your role is this, right? So you make the person, or I can say the model, right? It's actually a machine, right? So you have to make the machine understand, or the model to understand, or you have to bring it into your shoes and make it to understand that you're in a certain role, and in that how to perform things. So that is extremely important, right? It is very important in that aspect, that how you make the model understand what you are looking for. So let us see a small example. So act as a career counselor. Your task is to write a professional summary for a data analyst resume. So input with 3 years of experience, skilled in Python, SQL, and Tableau. So output will be a 3-sentence summary, right? So you can ask, okay, so in this particular, so this much clear. So you're saying that to act as a career counselor, so write a professional summary, so it will understand that yes, so this is something where this is related to a skilled resume. So on that particular aspect, right? So it will create, because you're saying 3 years of experience, skilled in SQL, Python, and Tableau. So it will detailedly create what are the internal hard skills and soft skills which are required to put it in your resume. So this is very important to use the GPT models in a very optimum, right, way, right? So this is basically the whole structure of how a prompt engineering actually works. So let us see one more example. So let us say explain photosynthesis, right? If you just give this vague prompt, okay, so you will get a generic style textbook output, right? So now if you give explain photosynthesis to a 10-year-old, right, though now the output will change, right? Let us see this also in action. So next we are saying explain photosynthesis to a 10-year-old using bullet points and a metaphor, right? So all these things will try as a practical as well, and with also some of the prompts for images also. Let us do that also. Okay. So explain photosynthesis to a 10-year-old using bullet points and a metaphor. So the output will be a bit different. So now again we are changing in a fourth different way. So explain photosynthesis to a 10-year-old using bullet points, a metaphor, and 3 examples from everyday life. So now you imagine the kind of output you are going to get compared to the first 3 prompts. So this will be like it's like a zero-shot prompting, right? So here also it is bit of similar thing, but here you will get more detail, right? This is with more examples and more detail as well. So next, let us see, we have seen what are GANs, right? You have remembered that what are GANs. So it is very important that, to understand, right, what is GANs. So basically there are, just we, revise on a, bit of like an outline, okay? So there are 2 things in GAN, right? So one is the generator and one is the discriminator. So generator is basically for identifying the fake images or the fake data, right? And discriminator is to spot whether the data is real or fake. So this is the main goal or main structure of how this generative adversarial networks actually work. So the generator gets better over time by trying to fool the discriminator. So example is generating realistic human faces. So this person does not exist.com is basically a image which actually creates there. So think of it as a forger trying to fake paintings and an art critic trying to catch the fake. So if you can understand this example, GAN is a perfect example. I like this example so much. So because usually this happens particularly in the European countries. So they try to fake the original and the person who actually has drawn the original painting will have that knowledge, or he knows that identification, how whether the image is of forged one or it is a real painting what he drew. So that perfect uh, you know this example will tell you perfectly that what is GAN is. So generator will generate these fake images, and discriminator will try to discriminate whether it is a real image or a fake image. So a bit of examples on that is the core idea behind actually using GANs is it's like a cat and mouse game, right? So the generator is like the forger, right? So it tries to create the fake data like images, audio, or text that looks real, right? The discriminator is like the critic. So he tries to detect if the data is fake or real, right? Because he knows that because he has done that, so he'll be able to identify that whether it is a real one or a fake one. So the generator improves by learning to fool the discriminator, but discriminator should be very sharp. How much generator is able to fool it also, the discriminator should be in a position to identify the fakes. So this is one of the examples for GANs. The website like this person does not exist. So every time you refresh a GAN generator, a face of a person who doesn't exist but looks completely real. Okay. So yeah, analogy I already told you. A forger tries to fake paintings. An art critic tries to spot the forgeries. So over time, the forger gets better at faking, and the critic gets better at catching them also. It is like the criminal will come up with multiple ideas, right? Multiple thoughts of creating a crime, but the police officer also becomes smart to catch the criminal. It is same, this example actually, I just wanted to share it with you because it's a very classical way of understanding a GAN rather than just reading the definition or trying to see the procedure or images how GAN works, the formulation. Apart from that, this example is a really wonderful way to understand what is GAN. So let us also understand VAEs also in a very simple way. So idea is to a neural network compresses input data into a smaller form encoding, then tries to reconstruct it, which is the decoding part. So it learns how to generate new data by sampling from the encoded space. So this we have already seen. So more stable than GANs, but usually less sharp in image generation, because what this is what this is doing is this is basically encoding and again decoding it back. So the loss of image quality or the ability, there is that reconstruction loss, and KL divergence also I told you, if you can remember. So now in a simple terms to understand, think of it as a machine that learns to compress and decompresses image while learning the essence of them. So, the core idea, learning the essence by compressing. So VAEs are generative models that works on two main steps. So one is the, encoding, and one is the decoding part. So first one is the encoder. So here for the encoding, the image will be encoded into small, dense representation, which is, there's a technical term for that, which is called as the latent space. So after this has been encoded, the next thing what it has to happen or do is the decoding part. So decoding part is something where it reconstructs back to the original data from the compact representation. So now let us see that why VAEs are special. They don't just memorize inputs, they learn patterns in the data. Okay. So by sampling from the latent space, they can generate new similar data, typically more stable and easier to train than GANs. So there, this so there actually it is, it has to create the fake images and then identify. So much process is there when it comes to GANs. So, but generated images must be maybe blurry or less sharp compared to GANs outputs. So we can see, one use case. So generating new hand digits after learning from the minced data set. So minced data, maybe you would have heard. So it's a handwritten digits data set which is used to identify the real and the fake images. So simple analogy, we can say imagine a smart zip file. It compresses the image to find the essential patterns, then rebuilds from the patterns to create the new images. Now, let us go to the next important concept, which is the diffusion models. Right. So probably if you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have any questions. Then we'll go to the diffusion models. So I'll just take a couple of minutes. If you have any, you can ask. So if you have any questions, please you can ping it, or you can just put it in the chat and just answer your questions. Okay, so I think probably you might not have. Okay, fine. If there are no questions, I'll go ahead. Okay. Right. Somebody raised hand. You can just put it in the chat. That's why only I was just telling. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. I'll answer your questions. Please post it in the chat. Don't just raise your hand. Okay, I don't think posting anything. Okay, fine. Let's continue. Okay, so let us try and understand that what is a diffusion model. Okay, so basically the diffusion models are something which is models which can generate images at high end, particularly the applications like what you have known, which is like DALI, Midjourney, Stable Fusion, right, Sora, all these things which we have. So what is the idea between using these diffusion models? Basically is these models learn to gradually remove noise from the random image step by step until a meaningful image appears. That is why it takes a bit of time to process the image, and it will give you, or it will deliver you the output. So they are very good at generating high quality and realistic images. So used in DALI, Midjourney, Stable Fusion, etc. and so on. So think of it as starting with static noise and cleaning it slowly until a beautiful image actually appears. So the core idea between this diffusion models is from chaos to clarity. So because diffusion model starts with pure noise, which are random pixels, and learn how to actually reverse the noise step by step to generate the realistic images. So they're trained to simulate how noise corrupts images and then undo the process, like playing a movie backward from static to clarity. So it will identify, randomly it will start building an image, and then step by step it will learn that what exactly you're looking for, and it will try to build in such a way that finally it will build a realistic image which you are actually looking for. So why these particular models, like the diffusion models actually matter is they produce stunning high resolution images. That is one, very good thing. Then great control over details and creativity. So have a revolutionized AI image generator. So these are some of the models which we have just seen, like Midjourney, right? DALI, Stable Diffusion. So these tools run text prompts into hyper realistic or stylized, images by guiding the noise into reversing the process, which you know. So simple analogy is thinking of it like a fuzzy, static TV screen. Each steps remove a bit of noise until a clear image actually appears. So diffusion, I think I have to question. What a question, sir. Can you please reteach the diffusion model concept with some regular example? Okay. Okay. So I'll just go back. Okay. So, particularly when, this question to answer, this question on a particular way, let me see, check quickly. Reduce the diffusion models concept. Yeah, okay. So to understand particularly a diffusion model is something which will start building a image randomly. For example, if you want to construct an image, so here actually I just show you one example. I'll understand clearly. Okay, right. For example, I just wanted to show you as an image directly, but it's okay, fine. So if you're using this, diffusion models like DALI, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion, right? So one such example, which actually I wanted to show you as well. I'll just answer this question, and we'll go to the practical part. One particular prompt which you can actually give if you want to see the working of diffusion model. So carefully see the prompt what I have given. So a serene landscape with glowing mushrooms and a crystal river in fantasy style 8K resolution. So, or a 4K resolution or a 2K resolution. So any kind of resolution you want. Now, right. So here, what is happening is we are saying you're asking for a landscape, right? So the random pixel here is the landscape. Okay. So it will start with building a landscape. In that, it is going to add, glowing mushrooms, right? Crystal river, right? In some fantasy style, right? A serene landscape you have asked, right? So it will increase the resolution because you have asked for 8K resolution. That is what is, diffusion models is. Diffusion model will enhance, it will take the base, right? That is why here, if you see, we say, where is this? It will actually randomly start with, I think here I mentioned, yeah. So randomly it will start with a pixel, right? Because images are nothing but pixels, right? So it will randomly start with a pixel. Step by step, it will add one, each one together. So, even more easier way, think of like you're drawing a painting, right? So if I say if I show you this line and I say draw painting, for example, if you're a painter, right? Okay, let us remove this 8K resolution, because you cannot, manually, if you're drawing something, you cannot draw in an 8K resolution. That is not possible. So if I say a serene landscape with glowing mushrooms and a crystal river in fantasy style. So if I say this, what you will start with, randomly, you will start with building a landscape, right? Exactly, that's what humans do. The same thing, because AI is nothing but what we are having in our brain, is we are replicating as a artificial intelligence only. It's exactly the replica of what we are trying to, what we will do. Okay, so the same thing, this will start also. So it will actually try to, build one landscape, and based on that, it will try to generate the image. So here, even uh, some more prompt, some more prompts I've given, and here also I have, tweaked the code, right? And we will see some of the prompts as well. Okay, so let us do that step by step. From, I just wanted to yeah, from this photosynthesis, we'll try to apply the practical part. Okay, so I just share my okay. So whenever, one particular thing, see, always remember one thing. See, a lot of people think AI as, something which is beyond our imagination. Actually, it is not. Why? Because what we have in our human brain, sorry, is being tried to replicate. That means exactly, like the diffusion model. So how the image will, have a base. From there, how it actually tries to, add step by step, and the same way we actually do when we try to, paint an image. So it is exactly the same thing what these diffusion models actually do. So it will start from there only, because the same way how we do, because we know that way, right? So even our models, what we are actually are building to generate, they are also have built in the same way, but they are a bit faster compared to what we are actually drawing, because it's after all a machine, right? Machine can do a bit faster, right? So then how we, manually draw a picture, the machines do a bit faster. So that's the only thing what we have. So what I will do is, first of all, we have to see some prompts, all those things are there. So first of all, what I will do is, I will just share my just give me a minute. Sorry, let me share this. Actually, I've opened this and kept. Okay, yeah. Okay. Then you can see my screen. Yeah, so I have shared. So yeah, we will start with the basic ChatGPT prompt, and then we'll take it from there with the DALI AI. And same thing here also, we will use an image generator also. Okay, and as well as we'll use separately DALI. Okay, so even Sora, let us try as well. Okay, here's the image and we will. Okay. Okay. So those things wait. So first thing is, what we are going to do is a simple prompt, which I told you, I was just explaining. Probably we have tried this, but just I wanted to explain. So let us say, explain photosynthesis. We wanted to, ask in a simple way, right? So, I was telling you, right? See, it will give you, if you say explain photosynthesis, it will actually give you what we will have in the textbook. It will give you a textbook definition, because it has been trained with the textbooks also, right? So it will give you the chemical formula, right? It will give, it's a process that plants prepare food and so on. Yeah, yeah. And it will give what are the key components, right? It will give process steps, how it will happen, and then how it is important. Okay, see now here it is asking for a suggestion. You want me to give a simplified version for the kids. Why? Because this is usually studied at lower class level, right? So we already know what is photosynthesis. So there's a high chance that people like you and me will search for this, correct? So there is a very less chance for that. So now what we will do is we'll just modify this. Okay, so let us put explain photosynthesis to a 10-year-old. Now if you see this, the way it gives changes, right? The way it gives changes. See, there are no chemical formulas, because a 10-year-old cannot understand chemistry, right? If you say here, if you see there are 6 CO2 H2O, he will not understand this by looking at this. He'll think that what is this? Okay, so it's a scientific explanation. So if he gives if a 10-year-old has to understand, it should be more simplified, right? So that is what exactly this is actually been doing. Now let us change the prompt. Let us say explain photosynthesis as I showed you before. Okay, so as I showed you before, now let us see how actually the photosynthesis will show with metaphors, points, how those things work. Now if you see, it is a bit different because there's a metaphor how photosynthesis actually happens, and then how the plants actually cook food, or how do they prepare the food. So things have actually changed, right? So now moving from this one, yeah, one more fourth prompt is also there, that also we will see, and then we will move to the next part. Okay, so now here we are saying, we are asking for bit more examples, right? So we are asking here, metaphor plants are nature solar chefs, how step by step real life examples, right? So now what you can do is right from the scientific explanation, what is the steps, right? How it can be easily understood, how with the bullet points, and how with examples you can understand. So everyday examples also being given. Okay, so reading the from the last three prompts, a student will, I can say a 10-year-old will understand in a very simple way that what is photosynthesis. So that is why these GPT models are being used kind of right now, because it actually gives, or it will actually give you the easier way to understand something. Okay, so that is one thing. Now let us move bit forward. Okay, so these are just basics. Now let us go to the image generation. Okay, so what we will do is, I'm taking that thing. Okay, I'm taking a new chat, and here what I'm doing is I'm going for a create an image. Okay, so I've just given the same thing, a serene landscape with glowing mushrooms and a crystal river in a fantasy style 8K resolution. So I've given this, this is in ChatGPT. So here it is using the, there is a DALI model which is actually embedded into the ChatGPT as well, and separately there is DALI as well. Okay, so this I think you already might be knowing. So here also you can generate an image using this DALI. Okay. Yeah. So see here. Here it's still in generation process. It has actually generated, right? It has generated this a serene landscape with a higher resolution, right? So here you can see. Let us try this in Sora as well. Okay, you can see the image, right, which has been created. So proper, the direct website of DALI is much more faster here. So this is still in generation process. Okay, so we can go to Sora in the meanwhile. So here you can also give the image what you want to process. So here it is building an image. So usually Sora will process 2 images. So unlike the others which will only give 1, so this will process 2. let us see what this will give. Okay, I think this is also a very good image. I like it, right? And this is also good. Yeah. So I don't know which one you like. Maybe I think this looks better. This one from DALI directly. Actually, this is also DALI only. DALI only. But yeah, I like this. Okay, it will feel happy. So this is also from DALI, but this is a bit different because I told it's simply just because of the models it has it built. So this is also okay. Yeah. So this is also very good. So I think I can download here. Yes. So I can download it here. Okay. When I click on this, it is coming for download. Yes. Yeah. So here I can yeah, you just click on this. Here it will somewhere it will show. Yeah, save, it will save. Okay, image created. And let us see what is the update in Sora. Oh, things are not okay, it came. Oh, Sora's image is very similar to that of ChatGPT's image. Because this is actually part of OpenAI. So these two are one family, no? But even DALI is also one family, but yeah, but this looks bit similar, right? So this also I will download. Correct, no? Yeah. So now what we'll do is so we have generated 3 images. Okay. So probably you can try this. Sorry, I just wanted to share this also with you. This prompt where you can try. Sorry, I should also have shared it before. Okay, so I've shared it in the chat. You can just have a look. Okay. So now let me go to the next prompt. Okay. So let us take a few natural landscapes. Okay. So now let us use this. What I'll do is I'll just post it in the chat as well. Okay. So I just posted this second one. Okay, we'll try this. So underwater coral reef with neon fish, ultra realistic, right? So we'll try this. We'll see how it will generate. Same thing, we'll put it here also simultaneously so that it saves some time. Okay, this DALI yeah, free has already expired 2 generations. Okay, no problem. We can use this Sora anyway. Uh, yeah, we can use this one anyway. I have this ChatGPT plus, and even Sora also I can try. Okay. So these are all premium. That's why I tell I'm using Sora. Uh, I use Sora and this ChatGPT for image generation because the other ones are a bit expensive. So yeah, it takes a bit of time. So underwater coral reef. So I'll share anyway PPT. I'll be sharing with you. In that there are some good prompts which you can actually try for. Okay. So it will be good. You can just try a few things. Okay. So this one also let it generate. So in the meanwhile, you can also try the serene landscape as well as along with this underwater coral reef. So let it generate in the meanwhile. Yeah. So we have this image of underwater coral reef with neon fish, ultra realistic. So let's see what are, okay. So I think this one is more good than this, correct, no? Yeah, I don't like this one much. So it's this one is more, more good. Okay, so let us try one more prompt. Nature and landscapes you can try anyway. Uh, Let me try one more. Okay, it'll be fun. You can just try these. So a jungle temple overrun by nature, Indiana Jones style. So let us. Yeah, so we can just try this. Yeah, so let us try. We'll see how things work. So it's just generating. So this you can try this meanwhile as well. A jungle temple overrun by nature, Indiana Jones style. So you can try this prompt. So this one nature and landscape, I have this fantasy and mythical worlds as well. Let us try one or two in that, and yeah, I have some 4 or 5 different types. We'll try those. We'll try a few prompts and then we'll go for a break and then we'll come back and we'll continue with AI agents. Okay, so I have to start AI agent. So I'll just before that we'll do this. So still processing. It takes anyway a bit of time. So I'm getting this adding details. See, it is adding one by one. It will add a main, first of all, it will add a main frame. So you're saying that, a jungle temple. So it will create a jungle temple and it will use the nature and it will add that look of how, it works. Particularly, the kind, like the Indiana Jones movie. See, so it is very similar to that. Correct, no? Both look similar. Yeah, it's looking similar. I told that's what no. See, after all, they are basically transformer models, no. So they based on what training they had, they might look bit of similar. So you guys also share. Sorry, you guys also try if you have the access for Sora and all. This DALI separately you have to purchase, but I have access for this Sora and ChatGPT because separately you can. So if you purchase this ChatGPT Plus, actually you can generate the images unlimited in ChatGPT Plus, in ChatGPT 4.0, and also you can generate in Sora also. Actually, that is the that is the reason also I'm using the ChatGPT Plus. It can you can work in both. So yeah, this actually costs bit costly, so I'm just closing this. I'm not using that. uh, I don't use it, just to show you guys. I have uh, you know one more. Let us try. I'm just sharing the prompt. So let us see this: a medieval village built on floating islands, fantasy art. Okay, so let us try this. Something here also. So here the prompt it is showing down. See what we have given, it is showing here the prompt. Same prompt what I have typed. Anyway, ChatGPT here it shows the prompt. And here it is in the image mode, so it is generating an image. It's ready. Then this now Sora is a bit fast. I think the color saturation here looks bit good. It looks, the second one looks bit of natural compared to the the first one. Correct, no? So probably we can use that. Yes, yeah, looks more natural. Let us see what is happening here. This is gone bit of bonkers. It is taking a lot of time. But this looks more real. I don't know, maybe this looks more real than what we have there. I think here my media it will be there, I guess. Yeah. So this is what we have generated. Um, this is what we got. Anyway, we are saying fantasy art now. That is why it looks in the air. So can't do anything much, but this also looks good. Yeah, to view this looks good actually. This also looks good. Fine. So I'm happy with this also. This also looks good. Yeah, actually, they are generating high quality images only. They look very good actually. So did you like it personally? Yes, I liked it. Right? It's not taking like. Okay, into okay, no problem. Explore. Yeah. So probably yeah, these are changing every minute if you refresh. Okay, because a lot of people will be trying different images no throughout the world now because everybody is using these generative AI images. Um, so now what I will do is um, we will try this. This is a bit interesting. So a fantasy city built on giant tree, Studio Ghibli style. So this one we will try. Okay. So we'll try this. We will also put it here. Let's see how it goes. So meanwhile, I'll just check the prompts. This one, next one is science fiction. We'll take one. Let us not. You can try it later anyway. I'll share. I'm sharing. Let me take one. So for science fiction, I'll take this. I'm just putting one. A space station orbiting Saturn, photorealistic. This we will take. Okay. For one science fiction. So this one is generating. These two are taking a bit of time. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Hmm, which one looks better? Both look very similar for me. Yeah, this probably might be good. Correct now? Yeah. So let's refresh this. Okay, not that great, but fine. Okay, not that satisfied, but okay. So let us try this one, science fiction one, which I shared with you. Uh, Let us try that. They look messy. Yeah. That's what. Even I'm not satisfied with that. Um, yes, they don't look very good actually. Maybe we should try in some other, websites. So because these two I have access, that is why I'm using these two. Because few will happen. What will happen is after generating some two or three, it will ask for subscription. So with Sora and ChatGPT, I have access. Yeah, that is why I'm using this only. Okay, so Leonardo AI, I have tried one or two images. They look good. Okay. Oh, sorry, we didn't click on this. Okay, yeah. So both look similar. Probably this may be good. Right now, Leonardo, we will try then. Karthik, yeah, we'll try Leonardo also. Uh, we'll try that. A few prompts we can try with Leonardo also later. Okay. So we'll just do a few prompts and we'll stop and we'll go to I have one big concept to discuss, AI agents. So we'll start that. Okay. So yeah, this is very similar to what we got in that surah. Okay. So let me take one more. Okay. Um, so let us try this. A cozy village in the Swiss Alps. I'm just posting this. A cozy village in the Swiss Alps during winter. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. We are doing practical only, no? Now what we are doing is practical only for generative AI. We are generating images for high quality prompts. So I'm sharing you the prompts. That is why these are high quality prompts which they will generate with a good accuracy. So they are actually tried and tested prompts. I've collected a few tried and tested prompts to make sure to make you to understand also how the images actually works. Damodar, this is practical only. This is not a machine learning or a deep learning class, man. So this is yeah, this is generative AI. So yeah, this will look like this. The class will look like this. Okay. So let me share this, Sora. Sorry. Let me check what is happening here. Yeah, this looks good actually. This one came out nicely. Wow, both look good. Correct, no? Yeah, they both look good actually. Yeah, both look good. Okay, so okay, probably you can try it later anyway. You can Karthik was messaging me that sir, we can use this ideogram or I don't know, I can paste it. Okay, no, I'm not able to. Wait, I'll just post one. Uh, Probably you can try these two during the break time, ideogram and Leonardo AI. Karthik has posted this. Sir, we can use these two. They are free. So you can just try this in the break. Uh, yeah. So you can try this in the break. Shweta. Okay. So you can try this. Probably we'll just go for a short break and come back. Yeah. So in the meanwhile, you can just try it. Okay. Okay, I think you can hear my voice, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I think probably you would have tried, a few people would have tried. Ashwita, I think you have messaged me. Let me just. Okay, that's great actually. If that, I think even yesterday also a few people were saying Leonardo AI is good. So I think that could be the reason. Sure, definitely we'll try that as well. I told you, I'm using those ChatGPT and Sora because I have the subscription. That's the reason. I will try this also, Ashwita, definitely. So probably the same, same things. Probably I can try in that as well. We'll see that. So any other questions, you can just post it in the chat. That's why I just messaged also in the group. So if you have anything, you can post it. So if you're not having it, just wait for a minute. If you're not having anything, we can just start. I just start with the concept of AI agents. So meanwhile, let me share my screen. Okay, so let me share my screen. I think there are no questions. I'll share my screen. We'll continue. Great. Okay. All right. So let us continue with the topic of these are some of the prompts actually. In this only I've given you a few. So I have 10 for nature and landscapes and another 10 for fantasy and mythical worlds. 10 for science fiction and futuristic, and 10 for architecture and urban scenes, and 10 for artistic and surreal. We have not tried. You can try. Anyway, today's PPT I'll share it with Amber sir. He'll upload in the LMS, so you can just try these prompts as well. Okay. Now let us go to the next concept of AI agents. Let us see what are AI agents, right? So basically, when you say agent, right, agent is nothing but it's an entity, or you can say it's like a software program, right? So what an agent actually does, agent works through particularly one word to describe an AI agent is sensors. So I've given you an example of smart homes. In that, if you see light sensor, fan sensor, music, right, voice assistants, so these are basically individual AI agents, right? So each one is an individual agent, and we have also have discussed this that the agents communicate with each other. So that is why a certain environment is created like a smart home, which is an agentic AI. So in that they communicate with each other, and the task or the process will be done based on their communication with each other. So each thing will get processed. So they are actually based upon sensors, and these sensors allow them to communicate with each other, and also we can communicate with them, so that our job will be done by using these AI agents. So you can see one pic where you can see different kinds of AI agents. So how the architecture of an AI agent actually looks like. So it is basically an human control, right? And it has this memory, it has that tasks embedded in it, which will work. So it will have this access to the internet. It has coding part which is done to the agent, and then it calls the applications as well, and it has an environment to do a certain action. So this is the main interface of how an AI agent works. So we will discuss these types of AI agents in detail. There are a few types of AI agents, like the utility based agent, simple reflex agent, goal based, model based. So each one individually let us discuss, and the architecture also. there are, human machine architecture, single agent as well as a multi-agent. So, whatever is used in agentic AI, right? So it comes as multi-agent because there are multiple agents which are involved into a bigger system, right? Bigger ecosystem. So if you say that, I can say multiple agents, or you can say multiple AI agents, or more number of AI agents built into one ecosystem is what agentic AI basically is. So here when we are saying agentic AI, the main focus or the main thinking will be of having multiple agents, right? So with the multiple agents, so agentic AI, if we speak, multiple agents is what, or multi-agent system uh, is what we have to think of. And the communication between these agents is one extreme or one important task in the architecture of agentic AI. So let us see the core components, right? So the main components in the AI agents are the processing, perceptron, I'm telling from deep learning, sorry. So perception, processing, action, and feedback loop. So these are the four important steps which are involved in the AI agents. So the perception is basically gathering the data from the environment, that is through the sensors or inputs. So next process is the processing part. So this is where the interpreting the reason or learning from the data occurs. Next is the action part. So execute actions that affects the environment. Next is the feedback loop. So learn or adapt based on outcomes. So an example for these AI agents are the vacuum cleaner, which one example is a Roomba. So a Roomba is basically a vacuum cleaner which has senses. These particular AI agent, it actually detects the obstacles, plans cleaning routes, and adjusts based on different flow types. So you can think of a robotic vacuum cleaner as an AI agent. Now, if we see the history and evolution, so we already have seen some of the things when it comes to the history of AI. So the same thing actually applies to the AI agents as well. So I'm not going into that much of so in a simplified way, I have mentioned. So 50s to 70s, early AI concepts, rule based and all. Then knowledge based systems came, and then the advanced AI started from the 2000s, right? And now this is very important. So the four different uh, learning is what learning is basically is, but apart from that, there are four different types. One is simple reflex, model reflex, goal based, and utility based. So if you can see, there are four different kinds of AI agents. Now let us discuss these AI agents in detail. So the first one is the reactive agent. So these agents operate purely based on current stimuli and do not store past experiences. So something which doesn't store any past data, you can actually think of that it is a reactive agent. So simple chatbots or self-driving cars that react to immediate obstacles. Something which is not relying on the past, but it is only reacting based on the certain scenario or situations. So this kind of agent is basically called as a reactive agent. So next is the proactive agents. So these agents take initiative rather than just reacting. So these anticipate future outcomes and make decisions accordingly. So example like the AI agents, or I can say, sorry, AI assistants that schedule meetings or optimize the resource usage. Next is the next is the goal based. So these have predefined goal, and it takes action based upon the goals which have been set. So they evaluate multiple possible solutions before selecting the best course of action. So chess playing AI that strategically moves based on definite or defined objective. So it has a certain goal or objective which has been set to it to achieve that particular task. Next is utility based agent. So these are basically used for utilities which give you the best possible optimized outcome. So it is like a reward based learning. You can say think of reinforcement learning, right? So it is basically to maximize or minimize. So it is basically an optimization kind of uh, agents you can think of. So this is what an AI agent actually looks like. So next is an AI agent where how it actually processes. So we have seen that, but again one more picture to show you that how an agent actually interacts. So after the prompt comes in for the agent, right, and it first tries to understand the prompt, correct? So it tries to understand and then it will try to execute that particular prompt, right? So any document is there, it will try to give response to that particular document. Any code is there, it will try to execute that code. Any model building it has to do, it will develop or give, whether it is an prediction model optimization or chatting with other LLMs, right? And any other LLM which it has to do. So based on all these things, it will understand and which kind of outcome you're trying to do or what kind of outcome you're actually expecting. Based on that, it will give you the task output. Now, let us see this reactive agents. Each individual one, let us see in more detail. And it will start. Let us start with the first one, which is the reactive, proactive, goal-based, and utility. So the first one is the reactive agent. So reactive agents basically they just react to something as we have already discussed. So they don't store any past data, they just react. So it will just follow some simple command or simple condition, I would say, or just it will take an immediate decision based on the scenario and situation. So examples you can think of is the spam filters, right? Email which detects the incoming spams or normal spam messages or normal hams. So next is self-driven cars. So instant reactions like braking when detecting an obstacle or adjusting steering for a turn. So that is just happening on an instance, right? Next is thermostats, adjusting the temperatures based on readings without storing any previous conditions. So chess AI basic level. So selects moves based on immediate board conditions without actually planning ahead. So next is advantages and limitations. So fast responsive times, since they don't analyze historical data, they just react immediately to the stimuli. So this is an advantage. So reliable in predictable environments, right? But lack of learning and adaptation. So they struggle in dynamic or unpredictable settings. So no long-term strategy because they cannot make any plans beyond the immediate action required. So that is the limitation of using reactive agents. Now let us go to the next one, which is the proactive. So as we have already discussed, basically proactive. Yeah. So as so this is just next one step ahead than the reactive agents. So they try to anticipate the futures, right? They try to predict what can happen, right? And this is not just reacting on a certain situations, but they also can predict certain scenarios and they try to make decisions on that certain scenarios. So that is how these proactive agents actually work. They also understand the scenario situations, right? So based on that, it will try to act. For example, doing the data analysis, predictive modeling, right? Adaptive learning. All these come under proactive learning or proactive, what the tasks a proactive agents can actually do. So some examples of that is the smart assistants, so which can actually schedule your appointments based on commands. So cybersecurity, because they have to check with the particular location, or maybe if you're booking a doctor appointment, or any appointment, it has to check with that, and then it has to confirm. So it is doing some steps. It is not just reacting on something. So cybersecurity AI, so systems that they actually detect this unusual potential threat, what can actually occur. Somebody has posted. Yeah, good if you have tried in that. I think just you have to tell me how. Any, can you tell? Sir, can you? Why that any came, Ashwita? Uh, okay. So what yeah. So any particular example you're looking for, like energy management system? So like windmills, now electricity generation. So many actually are actually working on AI systems kind of right now actually. So there are many examples in that area. So any other okay, probably I don't know. Fine. Okay. So let us see some examples in proactive agents. So the first one is the smart assistants. Okay. Okay. So the first one is the smart assistants. Basically, these AI systems where it schedules. Next is the cyber security AI. So systems that usually detect the unusual attacks. Energy management systems is what Ashwita was asking. So that optimize the electricity usage by predicting peak demand. So based on I can say energy consumption, particularly particularly in summer, right? The consumption might be high. So maybe balancing it out so that they so that load doesn't fall more. So that kind of managing these AI agents can actually try to do. And also, it's not just that. Uh, you can also balance out, to give you one classical example of, in real time action. Kind of this year, actually, LG has built one air conditioner where you can regulate the amount of the amount of uh, power that or maybe you want only some 2000 rupees of electricity which the AC has to consume, or only 1000 rupees of electricity. So this is actually regulated by the air conditioner. So this kind of technology has been developed by LG this year in their conditioners. So actually, that example is a classical example of energy management system, because it is optimizing the electricity, because you don't want your AC to consume more than 2000 rupees, or some 2500 rupees. So that is one example of managing the resources of what you have. So next thing is predictive maintaining in manufacturing. So AI monitors equipment health and schedules repairs before breakdowns can actually happen. So because it's very important in the health industry or medical industry that the monitoring before the failure can occur, because at that time maybe there is a very important operation that should have, or a surgery that might or should have happened. So this failures, machine or equipment failures can actually make a person to lose his life. So predicting in advance that what is the kind of this is under it might fail, so that will actually help uh, the people to recheck the things, and they can fix the the machine so that the failure doesn't occur at the uh, time where it is pretty much needed. So the advantages and limitations we can think of is it anticipates future needs, so reduces inefficiencies and improve the decision making, and enhances the productivity, automates tasks, saving time and resources. So I think you would have already understood this. So next is requiring the data and processing power. So relies on complex algorithms which may increase computational demands. Next is potential overreach. So if poorly designed, these agents could interfere unnecessarily with user preferences. So yeah, this will obviously, this point also I actually raised yesterday, that more generative AI, more computational requirement or more computing power is required to process all these things. So that is very important to keep that in mind. So next is goal-based agents. So here these agents, or these AI agents have a particular have a particular goal in their mind, right? Or they are trying to act on a specific goal or objective, right? And this kind of agents, what they do is they have a certain process in their mind, because they have a goal, so they know what process they have to follow to reach that goal. So what will happen is they will have some planning, they will have some logical way to do those things, right? So how to reach each step, and that is how they actually plan the things and uh, move accordingly, step by step, in order to finally reach the outcome what they are actually looking for. So how goal-based agents actually work? So these agents operate by assessing different parts towards their goals and choosing the most efficient route. Like, search algorithms, optimization algorithms. All these agents are actually, or these will come under goal-based agents. So examples of these goal-based agents are basically, if you can think of, so chess is one of the more I would say more used application kind of right now. So chess AI is one of the more used one. So after that, you can see the autonomous robots, right, which actually plans, executes movements to reach a designated destination. So that is one more thing. So next is navigation systems, finds the best to travel, right? So you would have used Google Maps, right? So it always finds you the best possible, or we can say the shortest distance. But sometimes it doesn't show you the shortest distance because of the constraints like traffic, right? So, and maybe some other some other reasons, right? Like the maybe road diversions, right? Or some other problems, maybe some political rallies, right? So something like that might be there, correct? No, so to overcome this, so to actually, some if everything is going smooth, it will obviously or every time show you the it will obviously show you the best possible route, or you can say the shortest distance. So next is medical diagnosis systems, analyzes symptoms and medical data to recommend the most effective treatment. So what are the advantages and limitations? So strategic decision making, considers future consequences and adapts accordingly, works well in dynamic environments. So, whenever the goal is changing, these are more flexible to work upon. So computationally intensive is requiring advanced processing to evaluate multiple possibilities, is what the biggest problem is. So more calculations, more processing is basically required, more strategies, more thinking is required when some things change suddenly, or things change suddenly. So potential conflict with user preferences may prioritize efficiency over personalized choices. So next, let us see the utility-based agents in AI. So these utility-based agents are, focusing more on maximizing or minimizing something. So you can think of like an optimization function, whether we are doing maximization or a minimization. So it is very important that a specific objective is actually met, with a certain benefit which is attached to it, or a certain benefit which is actually existing in it. So how these actually work? They actually select the best possible actions for it, and based on that best possible actions, it will actually optimize a certain scenario or criteria. So example of these utility based agents are, stock tradings, right? So you want to sell a certain stock at a best possible rate, so you fix it, or you might say that the highest or the best possible rate, you sell the stock. And ride hailing algorithms, where you optimize your driver allocation and pricing based on the conditions. So this one changes, you have observed in maybe in Rapido or Uber, right, applications, based on traffic, based on external factors, conditions, weather, right, everything, the prices obviously change, and also with the availability of the drivers. So in healthcare also, the best possible treatment which is actually provided to the patients. So next is autonomous vehicles, evaluating the I can say driving options or strategies based on the safety of the person. So what are the limitations? Possibly, optimizing the decision making, right? Ensuring the uh, yeah, right. So these are basically, optimizing the decision making, ensuring the best possible outcome or best possible, decision making has actually been achieved, and highly adaptive environment or strategies. And then, obviously the limitations will always be, uh, high processing power, or a huge amount of data sets are required, and then potential trade-off. So consequences is very important to face, and prioritizing efficiency, because this is only looking for optimization. It's not looking for anything else. It's only focused on optimization. Okay. So this is where I want to end. So if you have any questions, you can just ask me. We have 10 minutes of time. Probably I can answer your questions. So some of the prompts you can try. Only a few I have tried. So you can just try the uh, prompts, and you can see the results. So actually, so probably you can just post your questions. And meanwhile, I'll just check this. Leonardo. Probably I just want to. In the meanwhile, you can just share your questions. I'm just trying this. A few people, you were asking me. This Leonardo AI. Yeah. So even this has this, tokens, and these tokens will reset for every 8 hours, something like that. And for upgradation, it is anyway, it is showing like this. Anyway. So yeah, this is also a paid app only, but I think it's resetting. So probably maybe we can try, let me share, let me try a few prompts which you guys were telling good. Probably meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can probably ask me. So I think you can see this. Yeah, it's a bit of fast compared to that, which is actually good. So you can also upscale the image. Yeah, but it is in premium feature. That is what I was telling. I was thinking also. Definitely, you will have a restriction for that, definitely. And it's not completely free. Yes, to generate one image, it has given 150 tokens actually. Every 8 hours, these 150 tokens actually is resetting. So probably maybe you can just generate some 3 or 4 images. So even this large image is also premium. So in that's what only I'm telling. This this high quality image also, I thought so. Definitely for free, definitely you will not have that much of premium experience. Definitely. So this one is not. It's only generating in medium. It's not even in large. So I am fine with ChatGPT and Sora actually. That is giving a better outcome. Okay, maybe it is bit of good, but you can't upscale, and even this high quality image is also it's not generating. So probably on that aspect, uh, I may be fine with what I'm using. Let us try one more. So if you have any questions, please post it in the chat. I'll just try this. Yeah. It's a bit of fast, but I told maybe probably this premium will give more, more good experience, I guess. So see, this image is not in high quality actually. It's not in high quality. It's just in normal image. So yeah, it's just some 700, 800 KB. But the other ones, what I have generated are 2.5 MB, 3 MB, something like that. So yeah. So I think one more we can take. So for every image, it is showing 40. So I think, yeah, yeah, Shweta, that's what I was telling you. Resolution was not good. Probably you're not having that ChatGPT Plus, so you're feeling there, here it is same. But if you have premium, like, if you're using Plus, then the image quality is good actually. It's good. The quality of image is good. You can use those images for you know uh, for multi purposes. So that area I feel here also it will be good actually, Ashwita. Definitely here it will also be good. But if you take premium in this Leonardo AI, it will be good. Definitely it will be good only. Because here it is, see, if you go to upgrade, it is showing unlimited images, and somewhere it will show. See, if you are using a free model, uh, it's not showing with the kind of model it is doing. But here, if you are using this $12 per month, you have this 10 AI models which have been used. Okay. So yeah, it is so unlimited real-time generations as well, unlimited collections and all. So yeah, yes, that is what only I told you in the first session only that nobody gives AI applications for free because it is very costly actually. It takes a lot of effort, lot of research and development for that's why you cannot purchase multiple AI applications. Maybe we can use one or two max. That is also costly. And that is why I went with this ChatGPT Plus because I can also use for generating text as well as along with the images and all. So that is bit better compared to here. It's just for images only. He's charging up to 12 per month. That is also not unlimited one. It's just a normal one. Unlimited, you're getting it as $30 per month. So it's actually very, very costly. So if you take yearly pack, then it comes to $24. Yeah, as I told, it's very expensive actually. Yeah, all the applications because of the research and development. Yeah. Fine. So you can try whatever you have free. I'm not asking you to purchase. So you can probably try whatever you have. Anyway, I'll share the prompts. You can just try in multiple applications because at least for 3 to 4 images, these websites give you for free. Correct? No. So you can try it in multiple websites. So that you know stupid. Perplexity AI. Perplexity AI, I have to see. The stable diffusion and all I have tried, but this perplexity I have not tried much. Probably you can try that also. Perplexity AI. Many tools are there actually now. So many companies are have come up. So even this perplexity AI will be costly, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I have to check. Yeah, with free it is this is also around $20 per month. So you can use this Google's Gemini Claude you can use with Perplexity AI. Okay, if you want to use Claude again, this is costly. Yes, so fine. I'll not stretch much on this because anyway, I told you guys that so many are it's already costly. Okay, yeah. Okay, and just check on this Perplexity AI, but as a tool, it's costly. If you want me to discuss the background of Perplexity and all, I'll just check. Sure, I'll just do that. As understanding, I can just check that. Um, this Perplexity AI is basically from it's a it's actually developed by an Indian, Arvind Srinivas. Yeah. But it's completely showing even for basic thing it is asking to purchase. So I'm not sure about this. As a background, maybe I can take if you want. I can just explain on that. Maybe tomorrow I can just you know explain that on a basic level. Yes, Ashwati, I'll just take that if you want. Fine. If you don't have any questions, we can wind up. Sir Amar sir, we can wind it up.
Yeah.